What would you feel if I told you that the most feared symbol by the church actually hides the secret code for awakening consciousness? That what they call satanic is actually the sacred mirror of the enlightened human being. Today, you will understand why the name Baphomet was banned, feared, and hidden, and why those who dared to approach it were burned alive. Year 1307, Friday, October 13th, a date that would forever mark the history of occultism and institutionalized deception. By order of King Philip IV of France, in collusion with Pope Clement V, the Knights Templar, guardians of Eastern secrets and the Holy Grail, were suddenly arrested en masse. Heresy, idolatry, obscene rituals, and the most intriguing of all, worship of a mysterious head called Baphomet. But what or who was this head? Some accounts claimed it could speak, that it shared wisdom, that it held power over life and death. Others said it was made of precious metal with flaming eyes and a serene expression. Not demonic, but almost divine. For the inquisitors of the time, this was more than enough. Blasphemy. But what if what they tried to hide wasn't a profane idol, but an initiatory symbol of spiritual power, misunderstood by the profane? Centuries after the fall of the Templars, a new figure emerged from the veils of the occult. Eliphas Levi, magician, Kabbalist, and father of modern occultism. He was the first to draw the now iconic image of Baphomet, a hybrid being, terrifying to the uninitiated, but absolutely sacred to initiates. Levi did not create a demon. He encoded a hermetic truth. Goat head, wings, breasts, flames, hands in hermetic gestures. Every detail is symbolic. Nothing is literal. Each element is an alchemical anchor, a mirror of the hidden laws of the universe. The goat's head, instinctual wisdom. To the Kabbalist, the goat doesn't represent evil. It represents the instinctual mind, which, when refined, becomes raw wisdom. The goat climbs mountains. It symbolizes the one who ascends, who rises above the masses. The initiate does not fear instinct. He masters it. Androgyny, the union of opposites. Female chest, male body. Baphomet is androgynous, just as the divine is whole. It is the synthesis of sun and moon, of Lucifer and Christ, of logic and intuition. Those who still see gender have not yet understood spirit. The torch within the circle, inner illumination. At the top of the head, a flaming torch. It represents the fire of gnosis, the inner knowing that illuminates from within. It is the awakened third eye, the rising serpent, the soul breaking free from ignorance. The hand gesture, as above, so below. One hand points up, the other down, with the words solve et coagula, dissolve and coagulate. This is the hermetic principle of transmutation. First, the old is dissolved. Then, the new is crystallized. It is the signature of the great alchemical work. The caduceus and chakras, the rising energy. Between its legs, the caduceus of Hermes, two serpents coiling upward. A clear reference to Kundalini, the latent spiritual energy that rises through the spine. This is not superstition. It is ancient spiritual science. A secret been coded in human anatomy, now revealed through the figure of Baphomet. Wings and the earthly throne, spirit over matter. Baphomet is seated upon the earth, but bears wings. This symbolizes the dominion of spirit over matter. The adept does not reject the world, he transcends it, with feet grounded and soul among the stars. The image of Baphomet is not a call to worship, it is a call to illumination. Baphomet represents the complete human being, one who has transcended duality and become light. It is the Sphinx that asks the seeker, can you unite the opposites within yourself? Can you face your shadow without running from it? The 7 Hermetic principles live in this symbol. All that was separate is now united. In alchemy, nothing is lost, everything is transformed. Soleil, dissolve the ego, the masks, the illusions, the dogmas. Coagula, gather the divine essence, crystallize the soul in its purest form. This is not a doctrine, it is an inner death. It is the process where the old self dies and the true I am awakens. And for that to happen, there is a price. The seeker must descend into their own hells, look into the eyes of their rage, vanity, pain, and lust, not to deny them, but to integrate them. Because light is only light when it's born from the dark. Baphomet represents that brutal and liberating process, the journey of the inner alchemist, who becomes whole by uniting light and shadow. In Freemasonry, Rosicrucianism, and occult schools, Baphomet is not worshipped, it is studied. It is the archetype of the adept, one who has transcended dualism and awakened the light within. Now, tell me, what do you see when you look at Baphomet? A monster? Or the reflection of your own power, hidden beneath centuries of fear and control? If this video lit a flame within you, share it with other seekers. Subscribe to Architects of the Cosmos. The initiation is only beginning.